So once you've done your food sensitivity test, this is the report you get. So it starts off by explaining what the science is behind it, and then it breaks everything down into subcategories. So to begin with, you've got your miscellaneous foods such as coffees, chestnuts, cacao, yeast, green teas. Then we move on to your nuts and seeds, your egg and dairy, your grains, gluten-free grains, your meats, your fish, your seafood, your fruits, your vegetables, your herbs and spices. So all these foods are listed from a 0 to 166 units per millimole. So the stronger the reaction of the sensitivity, the higher the number.
So if you had red, what does the red number go up to?
Red goes up to 166. So anything from 30 to 166 means it's elevated. So we would recommend avoiding that food.
So if you were a red 166, you definitely shouldn't be eating.
That's the top end.
Yeah.
So you're very, very sensitive.
And with the yellow, is it something you can eat every now and again?
Technically, yes. I would say it's more of a moderate reaction. So if you had it maybe once a week or in smaller volumes, that would be okay. And then over time, then you could probably tolerate that food again. Once you've consumed small amounts, then we can increase it back up. And obviously the negatives, it's a green, you're all good to eat.
Just when you do get your food sensitivity test in the post and you've got a red, by cutting it out, then a few months down the line, you may be able to start eating it.
I can reintroduce them, yeah, right, definitely. Yeah. If the level isn't too high and you've done a good job in avoiding them, obviously speak to one of our nutritionists first, and then we can develop a plan to reintroduce them slowly back into your nutrition plan. Even this report, and there's a lot of red on this report, but there's also a lot of green. So even though you might be missing out on certain micronutrients from avoiding, let's say, cashew nuts, but actually you're green with walnuts, with coconut, with tiger nut, with pine nut. So at least then you can get the nutrients from a different source of food. So you don't have to miss out the whole food group. It's just a specific food that you need to avoid.
What is the most common food sensitivity that most people have?
Yeah, the majority of people would be sensitive to cow's milk, eggs, wheat and gluten. But the majority of people actually feel a difference when they avoid those foods, but it's the smaller foods that are normally picked up. That's where the key element of this is. You will definitely see a massive benefit of avoiding the smaller foods.
Right, okay.
Because those are the foods that you wouldn't typically associate with the sensitivity, but it's actually causing a big physiological effect.
When people get these tests in the post, if they've got a lot of reds, they shouldn't really be alarmed, because they can get to speak to somebody like you, so, and you can advise them and change their diet.
Definitely. So one of our nutritionists will be in touch. They can even book in a call, a Zoom call with them to go through the results. But we're also designing a nutrition plan based on these results, but also based on a health questionnaire they'll fill out. So we know exactly their medical history, their lifestyle choices, their likes, their dislikes, goals and targets, and we can develop the plan around that for them. So on the face of it, it looks daunting, avoiding gluten, strawberries, watermelon, hazelnuts. But actually there's so many other foods out there, but we're going to be telling you exactly how to do that.
Because when I got my test off you, you had a big smile on your face. I was like, oh, is this good or is this bad? And then I opened it up and I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how many reds and yellows I had, all stuff that I actually ate.
Initially it's probably very daunting, but aren't you happy you've avoided those foods now?
Completely.
Look at the difference pre-intervention to now.
Yeah, and I know now, don't get me wrong, like every now and again I might touch one of them, but I mainly don't touch, I don't eat white potatoes. I have once a week. Mushrooms, I don't eat them anymore. All those little things like that, just don't use them.
You're nearly 6 months in now, so in the next couple of months, we can start reintroducing those foods back into your diet.
Fine, okay.
Once you receive your results, I also designed a nutrition plan and training plan for you on your app. How did you find the process?
It helped a lot, because especially with the shopping list, because there's so many recipes and everything on the platform, and with the nutritional plan that you've given me, I was like, how do I buy all this stuff? But then it's done all this there for you. So when I went to the shop, I had it all written out, and I bought absolutely everything that I needed for my recipes for the week, and then got cooking. It's so simple.
And the good thing is we've also got a breakdown of the calories and the macronutrients of each meal, so you can calculate exactly how much energy, protein, carbs, fats that you're getting from each meal as well.
So with my training plan, you know exactly what I need to eat to power me and give me enough energy to get through that work. And at the same time, lose weight and gain muscle.
Definitely. So based on the questionnaire that you filled out initially, we use all that information to generate the most up-to-date plan to help you achieve your goals.